Hi friends, I hope everybody is doing great. The week went by so quickly, as it often does. And actually that's the subject I wanted to talk about today, which is time. How many people do we know who just have too much time on their hands? And then there's the other crew who just never has time for anything. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to the same thing. That those who did and those who didn't with their time, those moments are gone forever. Those chances are irretrievable. And from this point forward, we have to move on. Do you know that the average American watches over 1,000 hours of television at the end of 1 year? And I think actually the statistics are even more, but people just don't like to admit that they are so indulgent in watching TV. And then there's 1,300 hours of our time wasted on social media platforms a year, which I also think that the numbers are actually higher than that. But that being said, that's bad enough. So if we have to do a ratio of the time well spent as opposed to the time wasted, what would those numbers look like? We live 40 million minutes a lifetime, and we live 27,000 hours a lifetime. What are you doing with your time? Time unguarded can be lost very easily. I know many who will just want to tune in to a Netflix series just to kind of lose themselves. But we're not here to lose ourselves. We're here to find ourselves. And we will not find ourselves in the world of lies, of make-believe. You sit down to watch one episode, you turn around, it's already 3 a.m. You killed your night, you killed the next day, you wasted and spurned that time for opportunities that could have been developed and worked on. Can you imagine 1,000 hours a year on TV and 1,300 hours a year on social media? So you put that together, just let's say 2,500. My math is not bad, but I'll average up 2,500 hours a year wasted on that. Can you imagine what you could do in those 2,500 hours? A new language, exercise, learning a new skill, doing kindness, learning something, a new subject, getting a degree. Those precious moments of our lives, the ones that we only have one chance at cracking them open and bringing out the best in them. In this week's parasha, we read about unguarded moments. We all have unguarded moments where we think, what's the big deal if I just do this, or I just do that, or I just say something small. But the cumulative effect on our lives is so huge. It reminds me, I knew a poem as a child, so forgive me if I blunder here, but I believe it's little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty oceans and the pleasant land. Thus those little minutes, humble though they be, make the mighty ages of eternity. Again, back to this week's parasha, the make or break moments. Moses ascended Mount Sinai to receive the 10 Commandments from God. 2 stones made of sapphire, carved by the hand of God, engraved with the finger of God. The greatest gift humanity would ever receive, the 10 Commandments, the code by which we can live and grow and flourish. Very heightened moment, this whole experience with Moses and God on Mount Sinai. And God tells Moses, descend the mountain, for the people have speedily left the path that God had commanded them. It doesn't say they left the path. They speedily left the path. Why would they speedily leave the path? These are the Jews that saw the plagues, the parting of the sea, so many miracles on their behalf. Moses came down from the mountain a little bit too late as per their expectations. They expected him at a certain hour. They didn't see him. They quickly left the path, decided to build a golden calf to replace Moses as an intermediary between them and God. But these were not Israelites who were low-level idol worshippers. We're taught that these Israelites were on the same level as Adam before he sinned in the Garden of Eden. They were on a very high level. How high can we all be in life? We are very religious, very conscientious, very doing the right thing. And then all of a sudden, from this great height, we take an Olympic dive and plummet to the lowest points in our lives, as did the Israelites. The sin of the golden calf, a sin for which every generation of Jews is punished ever since then. Time, one unguarded moment. How many moments in your life, in my life, all of us, are we guarding the moments? What are we doing with them? What do the moments have to say for us? Because there will come a day called Judgment Day. And on that day, we will have witnesses, we will have advocates, and we will have prosecutors. And you know what they will look like? They will look like the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the years of our lives. What will they have to say for you? Will you have more plaintiffs or will you have more defendants? Will you have great mitzvot sticking up for you, or will you have a whole list of Netflix series that you watched and YouTube comments and Facebook posts? What will speak up for you? What will account for the moments of your life? Yes, it's true. Time is a healer, but time is also a stealer. So don't let your time on this planet, this short time that we have, be sapped by all the false gods, false things that we run after, the distractions wherein with we just want to lose ourselves, forget ourselves. Funny thing about man, we spend half our life trying to find ourselves and then the other half trying to lose ourselves. I have to tell you, my friends, there is not all that much time for any of us. So use your time wisely. And I bid you all a Shabbat Shalom. See you again next week at this time.